Good morning to everyone. Dear citizens of the Republic of Moldova, dear observers, representatives of the mass media, colleagues, development partners. Yesterday, September 28, the Republic of Moldova did go through a decisive moment for its democratic future. Elections for an MP position in the Parliament of the Republic of Moldova. As of now, the CEC wants to inform you about the preliminary results with regard to the parliamentary elections. Thanks to all the citizens of the Republic of Moldova who decided to exercise their constitutional voting right. Whether you did vote in your locality where you live or in another corner of the country or 1,000 kilometers distance in the diaspora, every vote expressed represents a proof of responsibility, civic responsibility and respect for democracy. These elections took place in a very complex context marked by difficulties and challenges of major complexity and to the rule of law state. By applying the law, by prompt reaction or response of the institutions, and by transparent communication with the citizens and the society, we ensured the elections of September 28 to take place under legality and safety conditions. We are addressing our sincere gratitude to all the observers that did supervise each aspect of the elections. Your work guaranteed the observance of the legislation and it sent a clear message to the citizens. The election process is supervised closely and every vote is respected. Thank you very much to the representatives of the law enforcement bodies who ensured a calm climate and safe one during the entire day of the elections. The vigilance and promptness on your behalf did hinder any major incidents and provided the citizens with the certainty that they can vote under safe conditions. A special word of gratitude is directed towards those over 24,000 election officers who did work in those 2,274 polling stations. Without your work, these elections wouldn't have been possible. Thanks to the national press and the international press for the balanced reflection on the objective one of the realities. By your equidistant position, you kept the citizens informed and contributed to strengthening the transparency and trust of the population in the election process. In the morning of today, as of 7 a.m. Moldovan time, all the last voting or polling stations have been closed, established on the territory of the U.S. in Sacramento, Seattle, Glendale, and Las Vegas, as well as in Vancouver in Canada. We've announced yesterday evening that the elections took place in a free manner without major incidents. Still, according to the data of the General Police Inspectorate, during the day there have been registered 236 violations of the election process, which refer to taking pictures of the ballot papers, election campaigning which is forbidden, deterioration of the ballot papers, and attempts to take them out of the polling stations, also unauthorized posters or illegal transportation of the voters, as well as reasonable doubts about hindering the voting right and the activity of the election officers. According to the preliminary data, we have had 1,600,000 voters which represents 52.2% of the total number of voters, including on the voters' lists. In the country, the highest rate of presence was in the Krivolen district, there being present 50.85% of the citizens with the right to vote. The lowest rate of participation was registered in the district of Kantemir, where the participation was just 37.52%. In Chisinau municipality, we had 375,533 voters who voted, or 54.72% of the voters. The polling stations opened for the citizens with the voting rate of the Republic of Moldova residing in the localities on the left bank of the river. 12,266 voters did come for the elections. According to the aggregated data in the polling stations abroad, we had over 280,000 voters. Hence, in the name of the CEC, we would like to express our appreciation to the authorities of the countries who facilitated the election process on their territories, to the election officers from the diplomatic corps, as well as to the members of the diaspora who got engaged actively and ensured the good conduct of the elections abroad. The profile of the voters looks like this. Over 53% are women and about 47% men. 9.7% are of the age 18 to 25 years. 17% between 26 and 35 years of age. 23% are between 36 and 45 years. 17.8% between 46 and 55 years, and over 15% from 56 to 65 years, and over 12% from 66 to 75 years, and 4.7% represents the voters over 76 years of age. We would like to inform you that up until this hour, there have been processed 99.91% of all the minutes concluded by the polling stations. We still have to process 2 minutes for the vote by correspondence, by post. According to the preliminary data, the results obtained by the election candidates are as follows. The PAS party, 50.16%. The Patriotic Bloc of the Socialist Communists, the Heart and the Future of Moldova, 24.19%. The Bloc Alternativa, 7.97%. The Partidul Nostru Party, 6.2%. The political party Democracy at Home, 5.62%. The Social Democratic European Party, 0.95%. And the Nastasi independent candidate, 0.85%. The political party Coalition for Unity and Welfare, KUB, 0.98%. The movement Respect Moldova, 0.64%. The political party the League of Citizen Communes, 0.39%. Stamatiu LSA independent candidate, 0.33%. The political party, the National Moldovan Party, 0.33%. the electoral bloc împreună, together, 0.32%, the political party Alliance of Liberals and Democrats for Europe, 0.24%, the political party Alliance Moldovans, 0.22%, Sanduța Victoria Independent Candidate, 0.18%, the political party the Union of Social Christians from Moldova, 0.12%, the political party Alliance for the Unification of Romanians, 0.1%, Crețu Tatiana Independent Candidate, 0.1%, the Liberal Party, 0.1%, the political party the New Historical Option, 0.09%, and the Electoral Bloc the Unification of the Nations, 0.05%. In the case of the political party Moldova Mare, following the eradication of this electoral candidate and of the candidates for the MP positions on behalf of this political party, the decision maintained by the courts, the electoral bodies applied this stamp withdrawn in the minutes that were pre-printed with regard to the results of the vote counting. At the same time, the bulletins with the stamp voted in favor of this party were declared invalid. According to the provisions of the election code, the minimum threshold for representation are the following percentages of the total votes for the country. For electoral bloc, it should be 7%, for a political party 5%, for an independent candidate 2%. We'd like to mention that this information is preliminary up until the moment when all the documentation is submitted to the CEC in originals. The precinct offices have at their disposal 48 hours after the closure of the polling stations to submit the minutes with regard to the results of the elections in their region. Further on, the CEC will aggregate the results of the voting, and the report on the results of the voting for the country will be submitted to the Constitutional Court for confirmation of results and validation of the MPs' mandates within 10 days from the receipt of these documents, but not before the final settlement by the election bodies and the courts of any complaints filed according to the procedures set. The Constitutional Court will confirm or not the legality of the elections. At the same time, the court will validate by a decision the mandates of the MPs elected and will confirm the list of MPs. Thank you very much for your attention. If there are questions, me and my colleagues are ready to answer. Hello, I'm from the Polish TV. How can you comment the statement of Igor Dodon about the fact that these elections were falsified? The CEC calls on all the election candidates and the society to abstain from this kind of declarations. We have submitted here the preliminary results. Within 48 hours, the results will be submitted to the CEC in original. These are going to be systematized. A report will be concluded according to the election code, and these documents will be afterwards sent to to the Constitutional Court, which is the institution to confirm or not the legality of the elections. Thank you very much for your attention, and let's wish ourselves a good day.